What's up, buddy?
Did you have a good break?
I've got a very appley mouth.
Well, that's because of the complimentary apple I gave you. You're welcome.
I hope it was organic, because I only eat organic fruit.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Any non-organic fruit makes me vomit and shit at the same time and bleed out of my eyes. And then it's uncontrollable and I go into a fit for about 4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5 or 45?
45. 4 to 5 or 45. There's no middle ground.
30 minutes, unheard of. No. So, what actually is organic food? Because I'm not 100% on what organic means. Does that mean no GMO?
Yeah, I think so. And no sprays, no... Something to do with fertilisation.
Right.
Honestly, I don't really know. I just say it so people think I'm cultured.
I'm not big on organic, personally.
I'm also lying as well.
Yeah, you are, because you just eat shit like I do.
I eat crap all the time, every day. The other day I ate 10 cupcakes.
We've also established earlier that you ate 6 crumpets the other day. So...
I just got high and just lay down, just had a plate of cakes next to me, I just ate them all.
Really?
Just ate them all, one after another. There was no breaking. I had constant cake in my mouth for about an hour.
But they weren't organic?
They weren't organic cakes, no, they were chocolate and icing.
There was a video. There was a video on the internet where these Dutch guys. By the way, I've just opened the window so you can hear the lovely sound of birds chirping. That's why. Deal with it.
Bitches.
There was a video where these Dutch people went around some sort of exposition where people go who like organic food. In their video they said that they were food tasting experts, but I'm not sure.
I'm a food tasting expert.
See, anyone can call themselves a food tasting expert and a nutritionist.
And a shake.
Are these all like not protected terms? That you just call yourself?
A shake is just I think it's just a term of endearment. Like people call you shake if you're like respected.
Oh right. But really, I could just call myself a king. Like I've put that on loads
of... You're the king of your own domain.
That's true. I've put on loads of different forms. Whenever it says title and there's a drop-down menu, no matter how important it is, not necessarily just king, whatever's funniest at the time.
Admiral once.
Yeah. It's never bit me in the arse.
Reverend, doctor. Well, I'm a doctor, so that one's legit.
You get those heart magazines delivered to your house every month.
Every month.
As if you've got a waiting room, and it says Dr. J. Kyber MD on it.
They said, "How many would you like?" And I said, 10 to 15 for my waiting room, please. Per month, so they send them to me.
Anyway, so these Dutch guys, they went around and they were like, "Hi, we're Dutch. Try this food." And they'd basically gone to McDonald's, cut up all of the portions, like they had like chicken nuggets, the fruit selection, tokenism, I suppose, Big Macs, all that stuff. And they went to this organic food market, and they put little toothpicks with flags in them and all that shit, and like all these like cut portions. And they gave them to people, and people were like, oh my god, that's so nice. People were like really enthusiastic about it.
Waxing lyrical.
And then they would ask them, I would play the video, but it's in Dutch.
I think in Dutch.
So people would benefit from hearing it. And then they asked them, like, how would you compare this to, say, a McDonald's? And they were all like, oh, this is a lot better than McDonald's. This is better than that shit. I'm not one of those idiots who buys into McDonald's and eats McDonald's. And they're scoffing it down and saying that it's the best thing they've ever tried. And it's just... I mean, on the one hand, you are just lying to people, and it's like, what do you expect? Of course, McDonald's is delicious. But on the other hand, I do like the justice aspect of it, where you have all these people who... I mean, I don't know about the people in that video in particular, but there is this sort of... There is this stereotype of people who are really into organic foods, and they're all vegetarians and shit, and they say, oh, McDonald's is just really bad for you, and, you know... I humbly reject McDonald's. You know, you can do whatever you want with your body, but my body's a temple, and
it would make me throw up on command.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like, and on top of that, it doesn't even taste good. It tastes like absolute shit. I can tell when I put shit in my mouth, and that's shit.
It's delicious.
Everything I put in my mouth, it just doesn't taste good to me, Matt. You know, you might like it. Those are your taste buds, Matt. Okay, mate.
Oh, they're so fucking delicious.
But to me, it tastes like corporate America. It tastes like
capitalism.
So really, clearly it tastes nice to everyone.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's terrible, but it's delicious.
Yeah. This wasn't a McDonald's advert though, but there was a McDonald's advert that was released recently with Grant from off of Mythbusters and some random guy, and the random guy that started the video was like, I put out a tweet saying that the McRib is horrible and pre-formed beef and it's disgusting and no one should ever eat it. And now McDonald's have invited me to their factory to take a look, and it was like put out by McDonald's. And it was clearly like, they've given me loads of money to like, do this advert. They went around the factory, and it looks like a big meat plant. It's like they have these big hunks of meat, and that's the only part of the advert where you think, oh, okay, that's okay, because they're these big hunks of meat, and the guy who's showing them around in his hairnet is like, this is the meat we use. And they're like, oh, that's cool. I thought that it was all slop. And then they grind it and turn it into slop, and then they form it into
like patties.
What looks like a rib thing.
Oh, it's dreadful.
And then they try them at the end because the guy's like, I've never actually tried a McRib.
Well,
He tries
say
it.
it's terrible.
No, he tries it and he's like, this is quite nice. And that's the end. But I was thinking, like, they paid him. Why didn't they instruct him to go, oh my god?
This is a taste sensation.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. Lie, sell yourself out for money.
I suppose they're going for the whole realism angle. But McDonald's have always had really good marketing, and they've always been really on the ball with the marketing. Like, remember that I'm loving it thing?
Bow, 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 bow.
That was...
I'm loving it.
They're
Do you
just-
still remember it?
Yeah, they're
Clever.
slightly ahead of the curve, because that was just at the point where that fake honesty, fake niceness was just starting to catch on in advertising. And now we're wise to that a little bit, so they're going with a fake realism thing of like, that's what we value these days, is realism and...
Well, have you seen
Honesty.
the Lidl adverts
What are
that are
they?
very similar to that Dutch thing, where they go to like a sort of like a Whole Foodsy market,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's all set up like your sort of village fake, like farm shop type thing. And it's like, yeah, would you like try a bit of this mango? Oh, that's delicious. Yes, I would love to purchase the mango. How much is the mango? And they're like 70p.
Fuck you.
He's got 70p. It's like, well, I think that's the cheapest mango I'll ever buy. And then he puts it in the bag and goes, it's from Lidl. And they're all like, oh my god, the quality is much better than I imagined. It's like, well, would you like some of our champagne? That's only £6 a bottle. And they're like, oh, I'll take 10. It's just shit. It's just pretentious people going to be pretentious about food and then going, oh, it's Lidl.
And I'm being tricked.
It's
The
the same
thing
with
is-
Aldi. They've done it with Aldi as well.
Oh,
Their
have
whole
they?
gimmicks, Aldi and Lidl, are, you think we're shit, but we're
Yeah,
actually a little
literally,
bit better.
We're just a bit
We
better than
shock
shit.
people. We shock people with
By
how sort of
literally
average
not,
we are.
not even by being good, by just not being the
You know,
worst.
not being like slop,
Yeah.
literal slop. Because it's coming up to Christmas and stuff, so there's a lot of these Christmassy adverts
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I've done this whole Christmas meal. Oh, the quality of the food's delightful. Where do you think it's from? Well, Gene, it's definitely an M&S or a Waitrose.
Yeah.
And then like, give them all a Christmas card and it says, you've been eating from Aldi.
This whole time they'll just fucking throw up.
Well, there's an Aldi film crew here, so it's all good.
We signed the release. So yeah. I'm wearing one of your Aldi t-shirts.
It's just ludicrous.
Yeah.
But I like Aldi and Lidl, so I don't know why
Well,
I'm
they're
slamming
cheap.
them. Yeah, they're cheap.
I mean, the thing is, like, I believe strongly, having admittedly not been to any Michelin restaurants or anything like that, but I still believe that food can only get so nice.
Yeah,
And that
and there's
niceness
gotta
is
be a
available
point.
for like 60p. You
Yeah.
can get that at like McDonald's. Like a Big Mac, it's just the nicest thing you're ever going to try.
Yeah, there's got
Anything
to
else
be a point.
only going to be on that same level, never exceeding it. And again, I've never tried lobster, for instance. I don't know what I'm talking
but
about.
I mean, I went to a 5-star restaurant once in like a 5-star like hotel-y type place.
Yeah.
I would have had a Michelin star. I wasn't really paying attention. And I ordered like the most exotic thing on the menu, like squid ink spaghetti. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't like this is fucking incredible. I had no idea how much it was, so I didn't pay for it. But it wasn't amazing.
Not like KFC.
But like, I went to a restaurant yesterday, and it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't like cheap.
Mm.
Like it was like Italian tapas.
Right.
That was its sort of gimmick.
Yeah.
And so you're supposed to get like 3 dishes, so you get like mini pizza or spaghetti bolognese. I had linguine
Mm-hmm.
with fresh prawns.
Oh.
I had a beef stew, like spicy beef stew,
Yeah.
and some codfish cakes.
Nice.
And I mean they're like $3.50, $4.50 each, and that's on the grand scheme of things not expensive in terms of restaurants. You could go to like Mayfair and spend like £100
Yeah.
a course.
You could.
Why you would, I don't know.
Technically.
But to me, I was like, oh, it's a bit expensive. But you know, it was nice. But it was actually very nice. But how much nicer can it be that I'm willing to pay £100 for it?
Yeah. No. I mean,
How nice can that niceness be?
there is like a barrier there of like, let's say there's a new flavour.
Yeah.
And it's £100 away. Well, I'm never going to have it then. Fine. I'm going to die without
I don't
tasting
need
it.
it. I
Fine.
don't need it, yeah.
It doesn't like if someone says like, listen, there's an 8th colour, and it's beautiful. There are trees which have this 8th colour. It's sort of purplish, greenish, yellow. You can't even describe it. It's just beautiful. It's amazing.
Sounds beautiful.
and that's a £4 unlocking fee. That's a lifetime fee. Well, I'm never going to see the 8th colour then. That's just going to be how it goes.
I've
That's
got these colours and they'll do just fine.
I've got red, I've got green. What else? Blue even. If you want blue, I've got purple, I've got yellow. There are loads of colours that I've got. I don't need octarine.
I feel like I'd only be disappointed if I went to like a Michelin star restaurant. Because I don't have the money where the £4 a dish I paid last night and the like 15 quid I spent on a meal can become 250 quid.
Yeah.
Like, if I have the money that's sort of on the same scale, if you understand where I'm coming from, I'm like, oh, turn that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to get to that point. But if I save up to go somewhere like that, I'll be like, this is fucking shit.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like I watched that Jiro Dreams of Sushi the other
I've
day.
not seen it.
It's really interesting, actually. It's really interesting. But he only serves sushi, no appetizers, no puds, no steaks, no chips.
No chips.
He just does sushi, and there's like a 3-month waiting list. It's a 10-seat restaurant, and it's like millions of yen. It's like so expensive.
So that's like 8 quid. A million
It's
yen.
like it's a lot. It's like 300 quid or something.
Really?
$300 is the equivalent or something like that. And his waiting list is so long. He's got 3 Michelin stars, 85, and the filming of it looked gorgeous. All this fresh ingredients, but I'm never ever going to spend 300 quid for 5 bites of food ever.
That's
ever.
That the one scenario I could see that happening is
if someone else took me. If I
well
went for free.
Yeah, if I didn't have to pay. Yeah.
If I was in Japan on business, you know, when we open up the TFC Tokyo.
TFC in Japan, TFC Tokyo, TFCT.
Yeah, TFC TN.
Yeah, Tokyo Network.
Yeah, whatever. We'll work on the name.
Yeah, we'll come up with the acronym, then the name.
And they're like, oh, well, I won't do the voice. Thank you for coming over. I'm like, oh no, don't worry about it. It's a pleasure to be over here. It's nice to cut the ribbon. It's nice to shake the hand of the manager or whoever.
Yeah.
The guy that's below me.
And then wash your hands after it, because Orientals.
And then
they eat dogs. Did you know that?
Yeah, I watched a documentary about it the other day. Oh, we want to take you out. Where are you going to take me? Oh, Jiro Dream of Sushi documentary place. Oh, great. Do I have to pay? No, of course not. Then right in the gob. But
I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast yesterday, as I want to do, and Brian Redban, his producer, asked him like, what would it take for you to do another season of Fear Factor?
Yeah.
And he was saying they would have to break a bank. They would have to destroy a bank. They would have to give me an amount of money that would bankrupt a small country. And if I had that money, then that's when I go to like Jiro.
Yeah.
Who Dreams of Sushi, whatever. That's when I try his sushi and probably be disappointed and be like, this isn't very good.
Yeah.
Well, no, not necessarily. I don't know.
There's a whole side of like culinary and food and all that art where it's all about your palate and the tasting and the combinations, and it's a world I know literally nothing about.
Me too.
And I've never done, and so maybe it could blow my mind.
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna put the money in to kick that door in, or even nudge it open.
But the thing is, not only is it like 300 quid away or whatever, but like you're saying, it's also you have to acquire the taste.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you're eating, and you have to know all this shit in order to be able to appreciate it at all.
I feel like if we just pop down, he doesn't speak English, you're just going to slam it in front of us.
Yeah.
It's in the gob. I'm going to go, that was nice, what was that?
Yeah.
Rice and a bit of fish, lovely. I'm not going to know about the hours he spent massaging the meat and marinating it.
And you're not going to be able to appreciate how the umami complements the sweetness.
because I don't know anything about it.
I'm sure that if you were really into
like
that,
Asda sushi.
Exactly. If you're like Jiro or whatever, then I'm sure eating that sushi is like the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
But for me, not going to happen. And there are so many people. I mean, that's fine. That's all fair enough. There are so many people who just pretend to be that. Pretend to be the person who can really properly appreciate wine.
Yeah.
But they're actually not. Like, I'm sure there are. Out of every wine tasting you go to, there's probably like 2 or 3 people there who are really
into
this is
their
their passion.
Yeah.
This is what they love. This is their life.
Yeah.
And they love
hate
it.
They hate each other, but they love to come away to wine tastings.
Yeah. But I mean, for those people, like, fair enough, good for you that you're chasing the thing that you love. But then there's bound to be like 30 other people there who are just like, oh, it's got a note of cinnamon.
Well, I went to a wine
Persephone.
tasting once. Well, it's like a brewery thing, and they had wines and beers and liqueurs, and it was great.
You just poured it all into one cup at the same time.
Just down in one.
Yeah.
But I just went along for a sort of jolly, youngest person there by about 30 years. And there were the couple that were like, oh, yeah, and like finishing off the like winemakers sentences for him. Go, yeah, and of course we added a little vanilla. Yes, we got that, didn't we, darling? Yeah.
It's like the people at a cinema who just like make a real point of laughing at every joke.
Yeah.
I got ridiculous. But
wine's nice.
Well, wine is sort of nice, but I'll taste it in the burp. That's the thing about wine. I'll down it, and then I can taste it afterwards. I'll probably burp in 5 minutes. I'll taste it then. I don't need to sit there sipping it and swirling it around in my mouth. That's just me, though.
Just funnel it down.
Yeah.
I don't even want it to touch the mouth, really. I just want back of the throat.
Yeah. What's the point of a wine glass as well when you can easily drink from the bottle?
From the bottle.
And not only can you, it's more convenient.
You don't get like Lucozade glasses.
Exactly.
Right from the bottle.
Especially for what's the point of that? It's just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, in the mouth.
Yeah.
Out the piss hole.
I mean, it's a good point, isn't it?
It is a good point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine's delicious.
But anyway, organic food.
Organic food is a no-no from me. Too expensive.
No, I'm going to write this in my notes. Organic food.
Too expensive.
No.
Why do I organic food?
T.E.
Well,
Too
I can
expensive.
get like noodles for 20p. Why would I? I don't care enough about plant and crop growth.
You don't, but I do. So.
I don't give a shit.
Well,
it's cheap enough.
You don't give a shit. Do
That's
you?
the reason why I eat the cheapest eggs and the cheapest meat. Because I don't care enough.
Well, you don't care, and that's that's perfectly fine for you.
And
But
people are
I,
like, oh, that's
I care.
awful. Don't you know about the chickens? They like live on each other and they like shit and they get what's it called, hawk tailed or whatever it's called. No, I don't care really because it's a chicken, and it's it's probably bad, but I care more about monetary value than the life of a chicken, and that is bad.
Also, it's like we were talking about earlier. We were talking about the lottery and marketing and stuff like that, and the idea of pre-packaged feel-good things. That's exactly what like things like free-range eggs and organic food. It's all pre-packaged, like fair trade especially. It's all just instantly feel good about yourself.
Look how great you are. It's got pictures of people in the coffee fields of
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Like, oh, look at the blacks. They're just like us, aren't they? The blacks.
Yeah.
Bless them. Oh, they love us whites. They need us because they can't do it themselves.
And they're just on there going,
Thanks. Thanks so much, whites. We love you. You're great. But really, if you're a good person who leads a good, nice, kind life, you won't need all that shit to feel good about yourself. And so you probably won't buy fair trade coffee.
more expensive.
Yeah, because the reality is everything you do is going to hurt something somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you walk down the street, you can't walk down the street without stepping on an insect and killing it.
Yeah.
You can't just opt out of life. A part of life is death. You can't just opt out of that and just say no. I'm not going to participate. The animals don't get that choice. You don't see a lion saying, right, this is immoral. I'm opting out of life. Life itself is a cruel act, and I'm going to check out. It's not really. You've just got to reconcile it with and
Fight on.
Yeah.
Black power signal.
Oh, is that what that is? The fist in the air.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought you were signalling for a taxi or something.
That's how you hail taxis.
That's how I hail taxis. Yeah.